How do you build an artificial language from scratch? Imagine creating a whole new way for people to communicate, one that is entirely your own. Building an artificial language, also called a constructed language or Conlang, is a fascinating process that combines science and creativity. It starts with understanding how sounds work in language, which is called phonology. You pick the basic sounds your language will use, including vowels like a, e, and I, and consonants like p, t, and m. Linguists often use the International Phonetic Alphabet to explore and select these sounds because it provides a standard way to describe how sounds are produced in the mouth. You might decide if your sounds are made with the lips, the tongue, or the teeth, which influences how your language sounds when spoken aloud. Next, you need to decide how your language will be written, known as orthography. You can choose an alphabet, a system of symbols that representing sounds, or even a syllabary, where each symbol stands for a syllable. Some languages use logograms, which are symbols representing entire words or ideas. Whatever system you choose, it should match the sounds you selected and be consistent so that each symbol clearly corresponds to a specific sound or group of sounds. After that, you develop grammar rules, which include syntax and morphology. Syntax is about how words are ordered in sentences, like subject-verb-object. Morphology involves how words change form to express different ideas, such as tense or number. For example, you might decide that verbs change with suffixes to show past tense, or nouns change with case endings to show their role in a sentence. These rules give your language a logical structure, making it easier to use and understand. Then you create a vocabulary, which is the collection of words in your language. Start with root words that stand alone, like water or fire. From these, you can make new words by adding prefixes or suffixes, combining words, or borrowing from other languages and adapting them to your rules. Think about the culture or environment of your language speakers to decide which words are necessary. For example, if your language is for a society that values nature, words related to plants and animals might be common. Once you have your vocabulary and grammar, practice putting words into sentences. This helps you see if your language feels natural and functional. For example, if your root word for walk is lam, you might add a suffix to make lamer, meaning walked. This process helps you refine your rules and expand your vocabulary, making your language more complete and usable. Finally, consider the culture of your language speakers. Languages often reflected their speakers' environment, social norms, and history. Decide if your language has formal or informal speech, dialects, or unique expressions. These elements add depth and realism, especially if your language is part of a fictional world or a creative project. Building an artificial language is a step-by-step process that combines linguistic principles with your imagination, resulting in a new way for people to connect and communicate.